scissors, glitter, and glue. There's so much crafting to do. Working in the garage, it's where we decoupage. We might be joined at the hip, but let us give you this tip. Just make a plan and then DIY not because you can.
You're watching Public Access Television.
Welcome back. You're watching DIY Not.
We're your hosts, Mary Ellen
And Mary Rachel. As many of you know, we were born
conjoined at the hip, but that doesn't stop us from dreaming big
or crafting bigger.
We're here to help you tackle
Your most daunting DIY projects because, like we always say, DIY not because you can. Our first guest is Marcy.
From Atlanta, Georgia.
Welcome, Marcy.
Thank you for having me, lady.
Oh, well, thanks for being here. What can we help you DIY?
Well, I wanted to decoupage this picture frame.
Oh, that's a good one.
And like we always say,
DIY not because you can. We'll need some tissue paper, a paintbrush, and some decoupage glue.
Let's get that cap off.
Yes.
Pop, pop, pop. That really gives it a nice shine. Oh, I love it.
Now just let that dry.
This isn't exactly what I had in mind.
You know, I sure wish I had a picture frame just like that to put old pictures of myself in, but I don't have any pictures of just me because there's a person attached to me.
Oh, you know what? This is lovely. Thank you.
You know, I felt like you put a little too much glue.
You know what? We always need more glue. There's never enough.
Our next guest is here all the way from
Montgomery, Alabama. Please welcome Cheryl.
Never seen the show. I'm very excited.
Oh, you are in for a real treat. What are you DIYing?
I'm trying to make a bird feeder.
Oh, simple.
And
DIY not because you can.
We're gonna need a plastic bottle, some scissors, and some sticks. Just put the. Let's do one on this side. Let's just nice and easy.
Oh. This is gonna be beautiful.
Love it. Look at that. It'll just perch right off.
There we go. Enjoy.
How's a birdseed supposed to stay in there?
I wish I could spend more time bird watching, but Mary Rachel hates it.
Yeah.
And we have to do everything together. Forever.
Actually, yes, I see it. Now, it's a true craftsmanship.
It was supposed to be a little bit easier than that. It made us look a little bit unprofessional.
I think you've been using these to cut the glue again. They're very dull. You can't use these for things that have glue on
If we
them.
had more than one pair, this wouldn't be an issue.
Before we bring out our last guest, we're going to do our segment, DIY Didn't I Think of That?
It is called the No Sweatshirt. It's casually comfy,
Sleek and sexy,
and it shows a tasteful amount of skin.
but also gives your pits some air. Check it out, right here. I don't know if I can do that, but maybe I'll put a link there. Our last guest is Sue Ann.
From Dayton, Ohio.
Well, hi, Sue Ann. What do you want to try to DIY?
Thank you, ladies, for having me. I like to make cat fur scarves. I've been collecting for 3 months for my fur baby's sheddings. I dyed it pink and I wound it into a yarn ball.
Well, how crafty.
And DIY not because you can. We're gonna need some knitting needles for this. Fine.
Watch the needle part.
Just. Ooh. It's cat hair. There you go. Enjoy.
This looks like shit.
Well, speaking of poop, I sure wish I could take one by myself, but as a conjoined twin, I can't even DIY poop.
I'm uncomfortable with that imagery. And this ain't even a scarf.
Well, who the hot glue do you think you are, Sue Ann?
Yeah, two-hand Sue. Why didn't you DIY it?
The I in DIY stands for it, so you actually said, why didn't you do it yourself, it?
Crap. You're right.
But
She's right. Why don't you go DIY screw yourself, Sue-Ann?
Well, screwing yourself is basically DIY.
She wouldn't correct me.
Well, I didn't want you to feel stupid later.
I'm gonna DIY leave.
That doesn't even make sense.
Join us next week for more
DIY not because you can.
I always felt like I would be right-handed, but I'll never know because I just have a left. People think that we would be good at three-legged races, but we're not.
No, we're terrible. It's a really common misconception, though. I mean, because we do have 4 legs. We share a hip, but, you know, the legs are all our own.
Bad sass. Funny in all the right places.
Places.